So tell me, how we can help the environment?
Um, we can help environment by using renewable energy more, such as wind energy, sun energy to make electricity. Moreover, we can use green vehicle that friendly environment with
Yeah.
friendly environment and it it help reduce the gasoline and it reduce the carbon dioxide produced to the environment.
Yes, of course. It helps reduce carbon footprint and, of course, gas emission. And it's better to use like renewable resources instead of non-renewable, like natural non-renewable resources. Okay, well, so we'll discuss this more. Let's see. We have some rates. I think you know the meaning of them, like boycott, buy, recycle, reduce, switch, use, walk. Okay, I think you know the meaning of these words. Let's use them to complete the sentences. Okay, so let's see the first one.
Uh,
Paper, cans, plastic, glass, and other items like,
mobiles.
yes,
Uh, y-
we should
wait.
help the environment. So,
Reduce.
re- no. Okay, let's see
No.
what we can do. What we can
Recycle.
recycle. Yes, very good.
Yeah.
Less water in the house and garden.
Uh, use less water in the house and
Yes,
garden.
definitely. And the amount of household waste you produce.
Reduce.
Yes. And to energy efficient light bulbs.
Uh, boycott.
No, we should switch. Boycott means
Switch.
stop using. So not
Uh,
to use it anymore, but actually we should do this. That is energy efficient light bulb. So it's better to switch to. So we use them. And five, products that harm the environment.
boycott.
Yes, boycott, very good. Cycle or use plastic transport instead of driving a car.
Use. No. Walk.
Walk, very good. Organic foods that don't use harmful artificial fertilizers and
Bye,
pesticides.
bye,
Yeah.
bye.
Yeah, of course. Very good. Well, and now let's see. Think about these questions. Which of the things 1 to 7 in exercise one do you do? Okay, and do you do anything else to help? Okay, let me see. This is a part one question. So I want you to think about it. What do you do to help the environment? You do. It's not part three. And you can use these items, adding your own opinion and answering the question.
can you make an example, teacher?
Yeah, of course. Okay, so how, for example, I myself, if I want to answer this question, so first of all, I try not to use plastic and, for example, plastic bags, especially when I go shopping. Instead, I use some reusable items and to reduce plastic waste. And of course, I yeah separate waste into like recycled and the other one. So as much as I can, as much as possible, I try to recycle plastic and other waste. And about like resources, natural resources, especially electricity, I try not to use a lot, especially during day time, since we can use daylight. I try not to turn the light on if it's not needed. And let's see. Another one. Okay, what? Just this. I do just this. Like, okay, something like, what do you do at home in order to save energy, not to waste?
Uh, I try to I try to reduce the time when I go to bath, so it it will it will not waste much uh, water, and I try to turn off every light in at my house when I'm going out, so it save a lot of electricity and energy. Um, I don't know, teacher.
Okay, let's answer this question. So this, part one question together. Really, what we can do, let's complete your answer. What we can do to help the environment. As you just said, for example, okay, not to waste water when taking shower. Perfect. So actually, I haven't thought about it. I was like, yeah, it's a good idea. So I have never thought about it. That's a good idea. And of course, you said turning the light, yeah, off when you don't need, especially, yeah, during daylight. Okay. And for example, what other things? So do you waste? Do you recycle?
Um, no.
Okay, so why you can add this, even if it's not real, you can add. Even if it's not real, you can add. For example, I try to recycle. And do you use plastic a lot? So, for example, I try not to use plastic bottles. Yeah. So
Yes,
this is,
teacher.
yeah. Okay. So, for example, let's see. Uh, One thing I do to help protect the environment is saving water and electricity at home. So this is the first one. For example, I make an effort to, you said to reduce, to shorten, make it shorter. So you should
Important.
say, yes, to shorten my shower time. What is this? Why we have double O here? My shower time. This one is better, reduces a little bit unnatural in order to what? I don't want to say again save because I don't want to repeat this. So if you want to have a synonym, you can use conserve in order to conserve water. Yeah. And
Yes.
I usually, for example, as you said, take, I don't know, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, okay, to bath instead of wasting water for a long time. And I also make sure to turn off all lights and electrical devices when I leave the house. So this is another one. And now I want to complete it. I do these things every day because I believe that small actions can make a big difference. So, small actions can make a big difference. Yes. And for example, then you can add another example. For example, in your country, tell me about your country. Uh, so energy use in your country is high or low?
Uh,
Yeah. For example, in
I
my
think
country is high. Okay. So I can say I want to, for example, I can say that in the US, energy consumption is high. So if everyone, like for example, or quite high, if I want to make it better, so but high, so both of them. So if everyone starts like with simple habits like these, like I don't know, not to waste water, not to waste electricity, it can help reduce pollution,
yes,
yes, and of course save natural resources. Yes. And for example, I can say, I feel proud. I feel proud whenever I remember to do these things because I know I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part to protect the planet. I, I feel proud whenever I do these things because I know I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part to protect the planet or the environment. So whatever, it's your choice. And of course, these are small steps, but I believe if more people become aware of environmental issues and take action, the world will become a cleaner and greener place to live. Yeah?
yes.
Cleaner and greener place to live. So, like something like this, maybe you can change it this, you can, or you complete it this way. So, this is a good answer. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, climates. We're gonna listen to an audio and they're talking about their country's climate. Which country is speaker talking about? Wales, Saudi Arabia, and Iceland. Okay, so let me. Okay, it's track 21. Play it. But before listening, do you want to make your answer one more time? Because you couldn't make it, so you want to answer if you need. I think it's not bad.
Teacher.
Yeah?
It's okay.
Okay. It's okay. Yes, it's okay. No.
I don't need a second time.
Okay, okay, just practice. The next time that I will ask you, you won't say I don't and I have no idea. Okay? Well,
Okay.
Colin speaking, 21.
Track 21. Speaker 1.
Where I come from, it's almost always sweltering. Ours is an arid climate, and in most parts of the country, precipitation is very low. Can you believe that in the summer, the temperature can exceed 50 degrees C?
Speaker 2. Sometimes I feel like it's constantly drizzling here and it generally feels damp. In fact, right now it's pouring down. That does mean we have the most beautiful, lush, green countryside though, and the climate is temperate, so we don't suffer from any extreme weather, thank goodness. Speaker 3.
The weather here is notoriously changeable. People often think our country is very, very cold all the time. but ocean currents keep our climate fairly mild, considering the latitude. I don't mind our winters, which are bearable as long as you wrap up warm, but I don't like our summers because it never gets above 25 degrees C.
Well, what do you think? The first one?
Hot climate.
Okay, where? So
uh,
Iceland, Saudi Arabia, or
Saudi Arabia,
yes,
Arabia, yeah.
of course. And the next one, the second one?
Uh, cold climate. I cannot listen it. This one.
Okay. So I like you want to listen again?
Yes.
Okay, why not? So let me play one more time.
Track 21. Speaker 1.
Where I come from, it's almost always sweltering. Ours is an arid climate, and in most parts of the country, precipitation is very low. Can you believe that in the summer, the temperature can exceed 50 degrees C?
Speaker 2. Sometimes I feel like it's constantly drizzling here, and it generally feels damp. In fact, right now it's pouring down. That does mean we have the most beautiful, lush, green countryside though, and the climate is temperate, so we don't suffer from any extreme weather, thank goodness. Speaker 3.
The weather here is notoriously changeable. People often think our country is very, very cold all the time, but ocean currents keep our climate fairly mild, considering the latitude. I don't mind our winters, which are bearable as long as you wrap up warm, but I don't like our summers because it never gets above 25 degrees C.
Well, the second one?
Uh, Second one is Wales, and
Well,
it's wet climate.
of course, very good. Well, and the third
The
one,
third
of
one
course,
is
is
Ireland,
Iceland. But this is Iceland. Island is different. This is
Ireland,
Iceland.
Iceland, Iceland,
Yeah.
Ireland.
Yeah. Iceland is this. Island with S is a remote
Ireland.
area, yeah, in water surrounded by water. Okay.
Yes.
Well, let's see. Now we want to find some, we will listen again and find some words, okay, related to climate. Okay. Hot climate, cold climate, wet climate, and dry. Okay. I will play it one more time. And of course, I just type some words, but I try to write more like, okay. Well, I want you to listen and write some words about hot climate, cold climate, wet climate, what you hear.
Yeah, wait for me a minute.
Sure, sure.
Okay, teacher.
Well,
Track 21. Speaker 1.
Where I come from, it's almost always sweltering. Ours is an arid climate, and in most parts of the country, precipitation is very low. Can you believe that in the summer, the temperature can exceed 50 degrees C?
Speaker 2. Sometimes I feel like it's constantly drizzling here, and it generally feels damp. In fact, right now it's pouring down. That does mean we have the most beautiful, lush, green countryside though, and the climate is temperate, so we don't suffer from any extreme weather, thank goodness. Speaker 3.
The weather here is notoriously changeable. People often think our country is very, very cold all the time, but ocean currents keep our climate fairly mild, considering the latitude. I don't mind our winters, which are bearable as long as you wrap up warm, but I don't like our summers because it never gets above 25 degrees C.
Okay. Well, let me type some words. Okay. Well, okay. Let's complete the table together. So the first one, hot climate.
Hot climate have sweltering and arid. I
Yeah,
don't know.
arid. Just arid like dry climate because arid
Yes.
look extremely dry. But yes, hot climate, as you said, sweltering, and of course, she said it can exceed 50 degree. So it can exceed. So what's about? Cold climate.
Uh, I don't know. I just had this word. I don't remember.
So what do you remember?
Uh, drizzling, temperate, notorish,
This is
and fairly
drizzle.
mild.
Drizzle is for wet climate because drizzle means light rain. Okay, but here we are talking about cold climate. Okay, for cold climate, I can give you this phrase. He said, wrap up warm. Yeah. So what is this? Wrap up worm. He said, actually, it's really common, but it's in British. Okay. So, like, put on warm clothing. Why it's cold? Actually, we are looking for some phrases related, not exactly the same. You know what? I don't mean you should, for example, give me the synonym for cold. No, just the phrases that indicate the weather is cold. For example, I say it's freezing outside. You make sure you just, wrap up warm. Wrap up warm means to wear warm clothes. Okay. So this is what we use when talking about cold climate. Okay.
Okay.
And, and it's never gets something like above a degree. I don't remember. And about wet climate, you said it constantly drizzling. Drizzle means light rain. I just typed it here, drizzle. So means light rain. And I've heard lush countryside. Do you know the meaning of lush?
Lush mean I think it's green, green
Yeah,
and good.
lush. Okay. Yes, so you can use it. So this too. And about, I don't remember any other words about like wet climate. How about dry climate?
Uh, drizzling, notorish.
Dry
I don't
climate.
know. I try. It's the second one.
Arid, arid.
Arid,
Arid, extremely dry, arid. And she
drizzle.
said, I typed it here. Yeah, she said precipitation is very low. What is the meaning of precipitation? Okay, very low. Let me type it here. What is the meaning of precipitation? So, like, it can be snow, it can be rain, it can be like, I don't know, hill, whatever. But it's actually what you get. So, like, it's this participation. So, like, okay, if it's, for example, this country has rain, so low or high. So this is about what you get. If you get a lot of snow, if you get a lot of rain, if you get, for example, I don't know, something like hills or whatever. Okay? So that is the meaning of it. And I heard just let me say because I want to give you the before temperate. I also heard temperate that is moderate. So everything fall down, okay, like from above, from a sky. Things that fall from above. Yeah, that is precipitation. So it can be like rainfall, snowfall, shower. So yeah. Okay. And shower. I said shower. Shower means like, a short period of rain. It starts suddenly and it continues for a short time period, like, and then stops. So that is the meaning of shower. Okay. So everything falls from sky is precipitation. Okay. Well, any questions?
No, teacher.
Well, and now let's complete the text below with word. Just before it, let me ask you this question. Okay, I want to ask you about the climate in your country. So you tell me about the weather using the words that you just learned.
My weather in my country is really un unbearable. Some and it cannot predict. For example, in the morning it can be sunny and rain and sunny and cloudy, but just a few hours later it's raining hard and there's still a sun. It's like it's sunny. It had sun and rainy at the same time, so it's really hard to,
Unpredictable. So
yeah,
actually, it's
unpredictable.
unpredictable, yes.
But uh there's a storms now in the, I think it's from China, and it had there's a big flood in the middle area in my country. So I think it's, and a lot of property are damages by that flood,
Mhm.
and many charities has come there and uh, help them a lot.
Yeah, okay, very good. Well, yeah, first of all, I've heard about flood, especially it was in Hanoi, as I remember. So my student told me that is, yeah, uh, it's been like, for some days, right? Was
Yes.
flooding, yeah, in Hanoi, but I'm not sure about Ho Chi Minh City that if you experience the same. But yeah, I've heard about it. Okay, so the weather in my country is really unpredictable. So it's not unbearable. So when you say unbearable, means you can stand. You know? Like
Uh,
bearable means it's not really good weather, but it's okay. You can tolerate, you can handle it. This is bearable. But unbearable, like awful, you can't handle. So it's not unbearable, is unpredictable, as you explained. Because you can, for example, in the morning, you said it can be sunny and cloudy, and just a few hours later, it might rain and like this. Okay? And
mhm.
right now, there's a storm, as you said, which I think came from China. You said it, yeah, it came from China, you said?
Yes, it came
Yeah.
from China.
And it has caused a major flood. Big for, IELTS is not really good. It has caused a major flood. Yeah, in the central region of my country. Of my country. And many properties were damaged. But fortunately, charities have come to help. Charities have come to help. Help who? The actually people affected. Help the people affected. Yeah? Okay. This is like your corrected version of your answer. It's like 7.5. Now, if I want to make it a little more advanced, okay, so I want to add some adverbs like for unpredictable, I say the weather in my country is extremely unpredictable. For example, should be changed to replace with, for instance, in the morning it might be sunny, and just a few hours later it can pour heavily. It can rain. I want to change rain. Pour heavily. This one means it's rained heavily. And sometimes, even while the sun is still shining, like, we have rain, we experience rain. Currently, these days, currently, a storm which is believed have originated from China. It comes from China. It's believed. So we think, which believed has originated from China. It comes from China, originated. Like from China, this caused like severe is another one, severe flooding in the central region, and many homes, properties have been damaged, but fortunately, thankfully, yeah, numerous charities and volunteers have stepped into. Yeah, this one is they have stepped into, for example, provide, I don't know, like aid and support. So step in, okay. Okay, let me just, what is this? Okay, step in means they took action. In what? In to provide aid and support. So this is another one.
Yes.
And of course, for just, and support to those who affected. Well, and let's keep going. But before it, we should log out. Okay, just I want you 3 minutes before I join again. Okay, 3 minutes and then we'll continue.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.